It's a me, Mario. Well, Yoshi. Welcome to My Sketchy Habit. Hello, my name's Patrick, I'm an artist, and this is My Sketchy Habit, where we draw every day, and we don't have to be ashamed, because we are art positive, and I think what you do when you draw is worth more than anything else in the world. So, we draw every day, and we have fun doing it, and that is basically what we do here. But we also have an art gallery, where we share your art. All you have to do is become a member of the Discord down below, and share your art in the section called Share Your Art, and it'll get up here on the screen in some time, depending on how ahead I am in my batch recording. It doesn't have to be our daily prompt, it could be anything you'd like, but we do have a daily prompt. We'll put a new one out at the end of this video. Of course, yesterday it was the blade of ice, and here's my blade of ice. It's looking good and great, whichever direction it is. Icy, and I can't wait to see what you do with your art. We're art positive, like I said, and I love to share your art here on the channel. For now, we're gonna head to the art for today, and we're drawing Yoshi in 3 distinct challenges. We're gonna draw Yoshi from memory, we're gonna draw Yoshi in a minute, and of course, we're gonna draw Yoshi with reference. Let's get to the art. And we're getting started here on our Yoshi from memory. Now, there's a few things I knew about Yoshi. He's got some kind of saddle, he's got a big nose, he's got big eyes, he's wearing boots, I think, and he's a dinosaur. He's green, doesn't help in the line art challenge here, but, you know. And, you know, he's got a pretty great series of games, both the woolly yarn versions and the island versions. You play Yoshi's Island? Yoshi's Island is one of the greats of the Super Nintendo, I think. It was one of those games that I played and like mastered. So in that game, you used to be able to get like 100% on the levels by collecting all the red coins, by having full life, and by collecting a bunch of, was it daisies? I can't remember. And I ran that game into the ground trying to get that completionist part. I'm not much of a completionist in my everyday life, but in that I tried. And I succeeded over time. Because when I was a child, you could be a completionist in a game just by playing it. Eventually you'd get there. No guides, no special features. By the way, just as a side note, back to the art here. My Yoshi had some thick legs to start. I don't know what I thought was going on with Yoshi's legs, but we went real hardcore on them. I think I pulled them back a little bit here, but yeah, still a little bit thick, but you know, I guess Yoshi is primarily a biped, so you gotta put energy into those legs. But yeah, I played Yoshi's Island into the ground. I haven't played a lot of the other Yoshi games that have come out since, like Woolly Yarn and the other ones. But that said, I still enjoy a good Yoshi game. Yoshi's one of those strange characters. Is he an animal or is he a person? So Yoshi says Yoshi, right? Doesn't really talk. But Yoshi also plays Mario Party. I don't know. It's a tough thing. I think this is our Yoshi. It's game time. That means we play a game right here, right now. And this week it's Guess the Image. I drew an image in about under a minute, and it's your job to figure out what it is. Can you guess it before time's up? Let's find out. One minute on the clock, and it's time to get going. Now, I have a reference image for this one, just to help me. I took a look at it. Obviously, I can't stare at it for very long because time is a ticking. And there are features here that line up with my original drawing. My original drawing, I think, is not that bad. I don't think you would call it Yoshi, but I don't think, looking at it, you would think it was a different dinosaur. Or you'd think that it was like the Temu version, you know, we have Yoshi at home kind of thing. And so my 1 minute one here is coming in nice and good, but we lost track and the leg. Ooh. It's time for the dad joke, bad joke. My dad sends me a joke every single day in WhatsApp, and I collect up all those jokes and I give them back to you. And it makes me laugh to tell you bad jokes, not because the jokes are funny, but because it's funny to tell you a bad joke. And we have a video game joke for you today. Why can't you blindfold a Pokemon? Why can't you blindfold a Pokemon? It'll Pikachu. Yep, it'll Pikachu. Why can't you blindfold a Pokemon? It'll Pikachu. Pikachu. The dad joke, bad joke. And finally, we're able to work with reference, which means we have a little bit of time to do structure and things to get the shapes right before we go too deep dive into it. And so you can see me here trying to build out the core shapes of our Yoshi. This isn't entirely right yet, but part of sketching is the trying, right? It's the journey that we take from a blank page to something on paper. And while I have reference, I'm not tracing, I'm not doing anything like that, so I have to put stuff down and modulate it, right? This is how art works. You gotta start putting lines or colors or shapes on paper, on whatever material you're using, and begin to refine it into what you want it to be. And so you can see me here, I am getting the Yoshi shapes in, lots of nudging. I use a liquify tool in Procreate. It doesn't capture it in the replay as in each individual step. It does it as one big one. So every so often you'll see my images shift, and that's me using the liquify tool to just nudge stuff around. It's a great little tool. We're getting these boots on here, and we got the basics of our Yoshi down pretty well. So now it's just a matter of getting that line art in there and getting some color on it. And I'm pretty happy with how this Yoshi turns out in the end. Yoshi is one of those characters that's real tough to draw. There's something about the 3D character being translated into 2D that often runs into big troubles. And Yoshi was always more or less a 3D character, right? Even Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, it's a bit like 3D-ish. More so than Mario had ever really been. And so we're getting in here, picking the proper green. That's always a big step for a character like Yoshi. And just dropping in good colors, making ourselves happy, and finding for ourselves the Yoshi of it all. And I think I really like the way this one turned out. I hope you enjoy it too. Let's take a look at it and the final of all three together. Here is our Yoshis. And that's going to be it for our Yoshi today. I think he turned out pretty great in the end. I actually don't think my from memory one was that bad today. Like, in the grand scheme of things, pretty happy with that. And, 1 minute is 1 minute. Well, keep moving. Hope you had a great time watching this video. We, of course, have an art gallery, and that means we have art prompts every single day because I like to share your art. And if you want to do an art prompt or something else, I would love to see it. Put it here on screen in the art gallery. For now, our new topic for today is, our prompt for today is angsty babies. Angsty babies. So get your teenage attitude and your diapers together and put out some angsty babies. That's our prompt for today. That's it for today's video, but before we go, let me remind you the one rule of My Sketchy Habit, which is really our sketchy habit, which is don't tell anyone about our sketchy habit. That's between you and me. Actually, it might help if someone told someone about my sketchy habit, but that kind of ruins the whole joke. That's it for today. Keep being awesome. Bye!